friends, welcome in and thank you so much for joining. My name is Natalie and today's flow, we're gonna set up sideways on our mat. We're gonna focus a little bit more on lateral, our side to side movement, really get into our inner thighs and hips today. And we are going to utilize 2 blocks, but if you don't have any, you could use pillows or a couple books stacked up, something just to bring the floor up to you. So if you need a moment, pause the video, set the stage, and let's begin. Let's get our feet situated into the mat under our hips, spread out the toes, soften the knees, the hips, let your chest float up as your shoulders rest back and down, arms comfortable through each and every finger. Let your jaw unclench. Let the muscles in your face relax. Maybe close your eyes as you take a breath in through the nose. And sigh that breath out through the mouth. Let's do that twice more. Breathe in, fill up all space, grow a little bit bigger, a little taller. Release that tension. Find more softness. Breathe in. And breathe out. Return to your natural pace of breath. If your eyes are closed, you can open them here. Let's slowly circle our head in one direction. We want to find that balance of tall posture with unshrugged and unactivated shoulders and arms. Let your head slowly circle the opposite direction. Very good. And pause with your head through center here. Let's soften our knees. Take a big breath in. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. This is an option for your blocks if your hands don't reach the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands could find the shins instead of the ground. Exhale, let your hands come back down, and we're going to heel toe our feet apart. So we're in a wider stance, wider than hip width apart. I'm going to point my toes out to the outer edges of the mat. So my feet are a little bit wider. Then I'm going to bend my right knee, send my hips towards the right heel, making sure knee and toe are in the same direction. Stretching through that left inner thigh. Let's switch sides. Hands can feel free to move with you for support. And try to keep the heel down as you sway side to side. Continue to find your breath. Let it help you find depth through each motion. Very good. Last time on your left side, since we started on the right. Pause through center. Breathe in, halfway lift. Bring that length back into your spine. And exhale, fold. Maybe hands travel behind the heels or to the backs of the calves to help pull you into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together, still wider than hip width. I'm going to angle all of my toes over to the left, and I'm going to turn my hips and chest. Notice my left leg stays straight. This might be a good spot for the blocks. We're going to find a few spinal waves. So inhale, lifting length into my spine. Exhale, folding my forehead towards the shin. Repeat this at your breath's pace, waking up that left hamstring. Very good. And next time you inhale, halfway lift, keep your right hand down, whether it's on the block or ground. Inhale, left hand up, revolve your pyramid pose. Exhale, let your left hand come down. We're going to soften the left knee, kick our right toes up to a standing split, forehead to shin for just a moment. And then drop your right foot back a further distance so you're in a lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toe, take a big breath in, reach up, open your heart, very good. Exhale, let the hands come back down to frame, right hand down. Breathe in, left to sky, twist. Exhale, left hand down. I'm going to tuck my back toe, Lift the knee, plant your back heel, and you can pivot back through center. I'm going to take my blocks with me as well to the other side. We're going to complete this to the right now. All toes, knees, hips, chest to the right. I like my blocks for this one. Inhale, lengthening my spine. And exhale, folding towards my shin. Repeat this at your breath's pace. Notice the back of that right leg. You might even notice your left calf here. Good. Now, next time you lift, let your left hand come down to the ground if you'd like. Inhale, right arm up to sky, twisting open, revolve your pyramid. Exhale, let your right hand come down, soften right knee, kick your left toes up to your standing split. And drop your left foot down to a lunge, drop the back knee and tuck. Breathe in, reach your arms up, open up through the heart of the body. Exhale, let your hands frame. Left hand is down, breathe in, right to sky, twisting open. Exhale, right hand down, tuck your toe. Lift the knee, plant the left heel, walk back into your forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Heel, toe, your feet all the way together. Exhale, fold the forehead in towards the shins. And let's inhale, roll ourselves up to standing. Reach your hands up to sky. Palms face back. Exhale to standing mountain. Arms at your sides, maybe re-stepping your feet. I like to take this time to close my eyes and find that union with my breath. Letting everything around me slow down, letting all the thoughts in my mind fade away. Let the fingers and toes relax. The shoulders and glutes untense. Feel light in your body and light in your mind. If your eyes are closed, you can reopen. Let's go in for our next round. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Lengthen that left side of neck, making sure shoulders are back. Inhale, head up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, let your head come up. Exhale to the right. Let your left arm reach out to the left and flip your fingers up. It's going to look slightly different for everyone, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower, but you'll find that spot of really good intensity. You'll just want to feel gravity coming down on you. Breathe with it. And with your next inhale, let your head come through center. Sweep your left arm over to the right. Let your right arm hook. Unshrug the shoulders, looking left. As you inhale next, look through center, interlace the fingers behind your back, float your chest up. We've got our arms nice and squeezed together. And on your exhale, forward fold. Keep a little softness in your knees as you do. Your fists could absolutely rest on your low back, but for more intensity, press them away. Good. Another moment here. And exhale your hands under your heart. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. Keep the arms down. Let the shoulders melt back. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, left ear to left shoulder. This time the right hand can extend out. Find your sweet spot. And let your breath flow with you there. Feel the gravity a little bit more. And inhale your head through center. Reach your right arm to the left. Left arm hooks. Drop the shoulder, looking right. Good. Inhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Breathe and lift the chest open. This time before we fold, let's work our balance. Heel toe those feet apart. Find your wider stance. Good. Repress those hands back a little further. I want you to angle your toes a bit more in than out this time. And exhale, fold, pressing your fists away from your low back. Very good. Exhale, let your hands come under your heart here. If you need to, widen out a little bit more indefinitely. Now angle your toes out towards the corners of your mat. Bend the right knee, shift the hips down towards the right heel. We're gonna lift our hands up this time. Maybe your left toe comes up as well. If you need a little bit more support, you can hold a block in front of you. You could also place a block on any setting just behind your butt so you have that support and you know you're not gonna fall. Try to lengthen from your tailbone up to the crown of your head, keeping the shoulders down for another breath or two. And if your heel isn't staying down all the way, that is something that will come with time and more ankle mobility. So feel free to place something under it so you have that connection. Now your hands could come down, or you can take your time with your hands floating to make your way to the other side. Really noticing that inner thigh opening, the hip opening. Feeling more core firing up here to keep us tall in our posture. You might even notice your ankle working to keep that foot flat. Very good. Wonderful. Now let your hands come down. Come back through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull yourself through by grabbing the ground behind you or grabbing your calves. Pull yourself through. Good, and inhale, halfway lift. Not all the way in, but not as wide as we are. Bring the feet closer together. Good, we're gonna shift over to the left, finding that pyramid pose again this time. It might feel a little easier to get into. Take one breath in and breathe out, fold towards your shin. Let your hands walk palm down behind you. Again, blocks could be under the hands here. Take a moment. Good, and we're gonna walk our hands back towards the foot. Soften the front knee, kick your toes up, standing split, beautiful. And drop your foot back into more of a lunge distance. Keep your knee up, reach up into that lunge, open the heart here, beautiful. Exhale, let your hands frame. Right hand down, breathe in, left to sky, open. Exhale, left hand down. Plant your right heel, so your right toes are pointed towards the long edge of the mat, my left toes towards the short edge. Right arm comes up, and I'm gonna rise up to my warrior two here. Softness in the knees, my heels would meet along a line underneath me. Good, begin to straighten out that left leg. Inhale, reach forward into our triangle pose. Exhale, hinge, left hand down, right arm up. Keep your right shoulder pressed back. Again, block could be used right here under your hand. And let's reverse. Inhale, rise up, right hand behind your back. Left comes overhead, open up that left side. And let your hands come back to parallel. Soften the knee, windmill to frame. Good. And we are going to walk through center back to our fold. And bring the feet a little together and turn all the way right into your second pyramid pose on this side. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen. Breathe out, forehead towards the shin, hands walk back, palms down. Let your hands come back to frame, soften the right knee, kick the left toes up, standing split for just a touch. And then drop your foot back to its lunge distance. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Very good. Exhale, let the hands frame. Left hand down, breathe in, twist right open to sky. Very good. Now exhale that right hand down. Plant your left heel, left toes pointed towards the long edge. Inhale, left arm up and rise up. Begin to straighten out the right leg. Inhale, extend your reach towards the right toes. And exhale, hinge into triangle pose. Left shoulder pressing back for a nice open chest. Inhale, rise up, left hand behind the back, right is over your head. Big side body stretch, beautiful. And bring your hands back to parallel. Soften, windmill to frame. And let's walk ourselves back through center. Breathe in, halfway lift, and bring the blocks near to you. And exhale, bring the hands down. We'll heel toe our feet to only about hip width. Angle your toes out, heels in, and sit down to your yogic squat. So for some, it might be helpful to place a block underneath you, whether it's just there to feel supported by or it's there to actually hold you up is totally up to you. Bring your palms together. Lift your chest. Relax your shoulders and take a few deep breaths here. Now that we've warmed it up, let's find some movement here. Take your hands down, hips up, hips back down. Good. Do this a few times. Good. Last time. Drop your hips down. Find your yogic squat, hands to heart. Lift your heart. Good. Finding a little side bend, left arm down. Inhale, right arm to sky. Press the knees apart. Open that right side. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up to sky. Beautiful. 3, 2. Exhale your hand down. And if you have a block under your glutes, you might need just a little extra adjustment. But we're going to take the hands down and sit down onto our mat. Hands comfortably behind us. Step your feet wider than hip width apart. Breathing in. And exhale both of your knees to the left. I'm going to turn my chest to the left. And I'm going to adjust my left shin so it's parallel with that left edge of my mat. Hands in front, take a breath in. And exhale, come down to your forearms. The blocks could be placed under the forearms here. Relax your glutes, especially that left one. Relax your upper back, neck, jaw. Find yourself a little bit slower in this posture. To your palms. Inhale, lift back up. Let's find this on the other side. Rainbow knees up. Exhale to the right. Adjust your right shin so it's nice and parallel with that edge. Breathing in to the forearms. Breathe out, rest. Relax the glutes, shoulders, neck, and jaw. Inhale, lift yourself back up, rainbow through center, and let's open to our straddle. Everybody's straddle might look a little bit different. Your legs could be closer, wherever you feel good. That is where I want you to be. Hands in front, lift your spine, and let's just roll those ankles, get the blood flowing a little further down. Maintaining your good posture, we switch directions. Good. Now pause with toes up. Inhale, lengthen from tailbone to crown. And exhale, walk your way forward. Again, another opportunity for the blocks under your hands. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit tighter, I like to add a sway or two. It helps me to find depth without too much intensity at once. Good. Slowly inhale, rise up. Let the shoulders melt back. We're going to get nice and deep into our low back and side body. So if you sit at a desk a lot, this one is perfect for you. Take your left elbow, hook it inside of your left leg somewhere, fingers behind your head. Inhale, let right arm stack straight from elbow, shoulder, shoulder, up to that right hand. And then tuck your right hand behind the head too. Try to keep your right glute down, elbows pressing back, heels pressing out. Breathe into your right side of low back. We're going to hold this one just a little bit longer. Trying not to let tension build up, but to let it melt away. And with your next inhale, come up through center. Let the spine realign. Good. Send the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the chin. And give a little sway side to side for that neck. When you're ready, bring your head back through center. Let's take our right elbow inside of right leg, fingers behind head. Inhale, left arm straight up, open your heart, fingers behind the head. Heels out, elbows back, chest open. Breathe. Focusing on your breath is what takes these deep stretches from feeling uncomfortable to feeling productive, to feeling beneficial. Breathe in, let's rise back up, beautiful. Take an exhale. Hands in front, breathe in. One more straddle, breathe out. Maybe walk your hands out. Sometimes I like to take my hands to shins or feet. I always encourage you to do what feels best, change things up no matter how I'm teaching it. Inhale, walk your way back up. Take your hands behind you and give a soft bend to the knees. Go slow. Sometimes the hips need a moment after that big stretch. We're going to transition to pigeon pose from here. So let's shift our knees over to the left, hands in front of the shin, and we're going to roll our hips to face the ground. Untuck my right toe, maybe shimmy a little lower in. Take a big breath in. Into your forearms or your chest, breathe out and rest. We'll be here for about 6 breaths. On your inhale, lift back to the palms. Sit down to your glutes, slowly rainbow as you sweep that right knee up. Exhale, knees to the right. Hands in front of the shin. Shift the left leg back and onto the hips. Take a nice breath in, lengthen from toe to crown of head. And exhale, drop down to forearms or chest. 6 or so breaths settling in here. To your palms, inhale, lift up, and we're going to transition a little differently. So sit down onto your right glute, sweep your left leg in front of you. Perfect. We're setting up for laying down on our back. Make sure you've got the space you need on either side of your mat. Extend your arms out, float the chest up, and let's slowly roll onto our back. When you get there, open to your cactus arms if that's cozy for you. Maybe make those little adjustments so gravity feels a little better. Breathe in, step your feet to the outer edges of your mat. And exhale, let your knees cave in. I know once my knees cave in, I like to walk my feet even further apart. If your arms might be more cozy on your belly, that's also fine. Take your attention, shift it away from your to-do list and to your breath. Letting each round feel a little slower and a little deeper than the last. Begin to heel toe the soles of your feet together until they touch, and open the knees out. If this feels quite intense on the hips, the blocks under the outsides of the thighs will help to support you in this posture. Continue on finding depth in your breath and finding stillness in your body. Feel your breath traveling down to your toes. Feel your breath traveling out to your fingers. Feel your breath traveling up to the crown of your head. Your arms and legs feel disengaged, rested, and still. Notice the subtle movements of your breath throughout your belly and low back, throughout your ribs and mid-back. Just a touch of movement in the chest and up back. Untense the glutes, untense the shoulders, hips and chest feeling light and lifted. Unclench your jaw. Soften the corners of your eyes. Bring your attention to a warm, tingling sensation in between the eyes. Allow yourself to find a state within your thoughts that fills your cup. That may not always be a happy and joyful state. Sometimes there is breaking through tension and discomfort for our growth. Distinguish between the thoughts that are here to serve you and let go of any that do not fit the description. Rest here as long as you need. Namaste.